Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Heroes of Might and Magic 3. I've been out with a cold for a while, which is why there's not been a video for a little bit. But nonetheless, here we are. We have this Darand guy that we need to defeat. And so I've made sure I can I've practiced this fight a little bit to try and get through it as quickly as possible and not take up an entire video. So we're going to have some rather peculiar moves here and there in order to just get the best outcome of things. It's not going to be a lossless fight, unfortunately. Simply put, there's just a lot of enemy stuff, but we're going to get through it. So we're going to hit here, get morale, hit here, excellent. We're now going to hit these sorceresses, getting the double hit off of devouring this corpse, excellent. We'll also get morale and then kill off the sea dogs. We'll then shoot the sorceresses with the bounty hunters, get morale and shoot the ballista. Now we cast magic mirror on our engineers. Yes. And then we wait. They will eat the ice bolts and the Nyx warriors will go after the Orgoi Korkoi. It's unfortunate we're losing so many Orgoi Korkoi, but it is necessary. Out of all of our units, they're the most expendable. We're then going to go destroy this ballista before it kills more engineers. Then we can revive our automata. Excellent. Now we run for our lives because the Nyx warriors are angry. Angry, they will kill us all. Run. Run for your life. Devour the corpse. Run further away. This guy has to be teleported out because, you know, otherwise the angry Nyx warriors will kill them too. Shoot him, please. And we need to keep running. Notice how the magic mirror actually works against AI in HotA and actually reflected that lightning bolt onto the Nyx warriors. It is regrettable we lose 2 dreadnoughts, but now we can heat stroke them and finish them off with the Quados. And there we go. Darand is dead. Excellent. And he was carrying stuff and things like these angel feather arrows, which I believe we saw him collect earlier. Either way, these are some good artifacts. We're going to take them and add them to our inventory. Excellent. But let's not rest on our laurels, shall we? It's time to carry on. After all, this is only the first of many threats that will no doubt encroach upon our territory. And it has, of course, been a little while, so I have to sort of untangle the crazy chain I've got going here. Like, the logistics are very confused indeed. But we can make do with that. We'll get Hale on here to collect the Stormbirds and move them over towards the capital. Oren here was the person who's in charge of Drakenmore. Has a few serpent flies on him, but we need to also set up a chain. We could use Oren to do that. But I'm thinking what we need to do is we need to have Wynonna here go and deal with the bow of the sharpshooter, because like that's obviously going to be a very powerful artifact. And then we'll send Henrietta underground with the bow of the sharpshooter to just clear out the area and start making some progress. Sounds good. And of course Wynonna has to be the one to do the boat adventure because she's the one who has forgetfulness. I don't think we need to distribute too many artifacts backwards and forwards, and unfortunately the movement isn't perfect, but we'll move her now. No, Cuthbert, I guess for now, can just is blocking us, and I don't think I want Henrietta in the boat. It's sort of like the only way to get around, but I think for now we'll just hang tight, but we can at least trade to Cuthbert some of the items we intend to give to Wynonna. Probably for now it's just the helm. I guess we can hand over our current helm to Wynonna. Although our intelligence is probably good enough now that it's fine to hand over the slightly better one. I think that's all that Suit really required for now. I suppose we can do this. I think she's already got her own copy of the Spirit of Oppression, so that should be fine there. That'll do. So, for now, for Henrietta, we're just going to swap shoes. There we go. As for everyone else, it's time to just get the chain stuff back in order. So you're good there. So maybe Jennifer here can be the person who sort of pops into the portal to grab Elisha's cows. That could make sense. Yeah, she can be the chainer. And like, Oren delivers to her while in the middle of that. Of course, the biggest problem for us trying to chain the whole armies together is the fact that our income is quite low, like just shy of $6,000 gold per day. There's of course this subterranean gate as well, which is okay for now, I think. Well, that's another option for chaining too, I guess. For now, they will have Oren stay in the castle. Now, of the various things in here, I think most of the areas were pretty much fully built up. Yeah, there's a few glyphs of fear we can buy, I guess, but we can't get a mage guild here. Has possibilities. That's another thing we need to do once we have the ability to move people inside. So we'll do that with Oren here. Excellent. Let's have Quadrium here leave the town of Silt. Because we, after all, we have defeated Dagdari. We need to see what's inside this little passage of water. I think that'll be it for good scouting. Unfortunately, I'm still coughing a bit, but hey, it is. Dagdara is down, so of course we can eliminate this quest guard and get a little bit more money from this trading post. There is a shipyard here as well, which could potentially be of interest. For now, let's have... we can hand some crystal into these other resources, just to sort of equalise a little bit. And we could put some crystal into gold as well. We do seem to be using a lot of gems to get through various quest gates, so I'm not too excited about excelling into those areas, but this would have mean at least we could get our Mage Guild level 2, see what's there. For now we'll hold off. There might be some other quest guards, because of course there's many quests in this here that we need to be keeping our eye on. But for now, that's probably going to do us. You could potentially swap boots. Well, you're just going to hop into this boat in a moment anyway. So, not a problem. Okay. Let's enter. Of course, Elishar. We can get him to pick up these 36 cows. That's a reason to convert some of this over to gold, because we need to pick up cows. Alright. Scaly cows. It's an interesting question if Gorgons actually count as reptile or mammal. What do you think? Oh, there is a blue hero down here. Fair enough. Well, Cuthbert's first objective is to try and make sure he doesn't body block Henrietta. Let's start making things simple by having Winona just immediately pop into the boat. There we go. Cuthbert can then deliver to her this helmet. The ring, why not? And then he can deliver to Henrietta the halflings. It's good to have them back. And then promptly get out of the way. Excellent. Henrietta can then swap to the boots of moving quickly through sand and swamp, and then head in this direction. Sounds good. Let's continue to have Genova press forward. Start making her way towards the desert, as will Henrietta. Quadrium here, of course, will unlock the boat and get in. Seems good. Here Cuthbert exists, thriving in his little way, pressing on. Of course, Elishar, the man of cows, extracts the cows. Cows are expensive, and then places them inside this little town. Aha! The placement of cow. And I guess he'll go back when we have more money. Excuse me. Back to Backwater with Halon, who shall now just sort of exist in this space. Sounds good. Do apologise for the coughing, as I said earlier. I've been dealing with the sickness. The bubonic plague, as some might say. Didn't do the boot swapping this time. At least we can move forward. So Genoa here can exist to transfer the upgraded Gorgons. So let's upgrade those now. Any others that we could potentially extract? Yes. We can upgrade them too. Oh yes. That's a maximum huge stack of cows. And we can pass those over next turn. That should be quite good. So for whenever Winona is able to reunite over here, passing over the above the sharpshooter, we can then give her some cows in exchange. Oh yes. But for now, she's going to just land there. Oh, her navigation is not enough! That's sad. Apparently so. What's the third level spell here again? Protection from Earth. Not that exciting. What about this shipwreck? Oh no, nothing there. Well, let's carry on. Quadrium here. Looks like some, it's a very luscious area, but no suitable location on which to make landfall. You're using the right boots correctly? Yep. Onward. Things might be going a little bit too slowly for this adventure to make sense, because we need to get in there and get back. Quite quickly. But we'll see what we can do. For now, we'll have Cuthbert head back over here to those watermills. Excellent. So we've got this blue hero. I should probably examine this blue hero. A second blue hero, which we've got here. We've got Sasa, I guess. We have a decent score of lizard warriors. Over here we've got Asharak, who's got those dragons and hydras. Interesting. This is a character I believe we need to kill. Yes, Yvette the Seer wants to see this guy dead, as well as this quest guard. That could be useful. Could be useful indeed. We shall carry on. But good to know, that's probably going to be Henrietta's next target. Or Target, if you prefer the French pronunciation. Let's go and deal with these sharpshooters as quickly as possible. I don't want to be on here long, as much as we can collect some goodies later, and we probably will. For now, we just need to make progress. So let's defeat the sharpshooters. We'll first make them forget how to shoot, so they are now just merely sharp. Let's just defeat that guy. Excellent. Let's now slow them. Excellent. Did you kill a mighty Gorgon? You didn't. That's excellent. Good. I like it when you don't kill mighty Gorgons. This particular sharpshooter shouldn't be a problem. And there we go. Excellent. A nice level up for Winona. And she can collect the precious bowstring of the Unicorn's mane next turn. That should be good. As for now, let's not waste Genova's movement on anything unnecessary. Let's just pass over the Gorgons right now. Excellent. We'll then gather the Mystical Garden and head back to the dwellings. And we'll now proceed above ground. So you seek 15 gems. Right now that's not a problem, but we could use that as a potential way to get access to Asharak quickly. Now we don't want to deliver things to Henrietta. We will have Henrietta move forwards, so we can get out of her way. And Oren at this time can actually make an exit. A little bit late in the day though. And we don't have the money to afford his troops anyway. So I guess we'll I guess Oren's the person that we need to deliver to though. So if we upgrade these, excellent. We'll leave the centaurs behind. And who else shall we recruit? We could gather some more lizard warriors, excellent. And some more wyvern monarchs, excellent. Let's now proceed in this direction. Excellent. Movement is proceeding as planned. Now, Henrietta may just have to sit here for a turn or two while we wait for the bow of the sharpshooter to be delivered. Is it okay to wait? Because obviously it's going to make fights against Asharak and Sasha. It's not Sasha, it's like... It's Sasa. Yeah, Sasa. Much easier. So, you know. There is an argument for just playing it cool for a short time. I think we'd have to use the gem gate to get to this area, though, wouldn't we? Possibly could do with the throng of the vampire lords, and just like clear a few things on the way. From memory, we needed. That's right. We need an archmage to get to this Quaddle area. It's very pretty. Third level spell, Frostring. I guess we could send Henrietta over to learn Frostring at some point. Could be useful. Yeah, I mean, Henrietta's just going to need to sit by the coast, isn't she? Kind of necessary until we get this stuff. Well, actually, here's what we can do. It's a little bit of a waste to do it in this order because I don't have the movement right now, but we can clear the ore pit and the royal griffins while waiting. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, I like that. Let's swap boots and then turn. Okay, so Blue's doing some inconsequential clearing. Hey, there's a cartography guild there. That could be useful. So it's month of the spider, and it's month 4. Time is running out. We must be weary of the time that runs. We'll move this woman here for now. We'll deliver these troops and then Oren will return the way he came. Excellent. As for Henrietta, she's correctly booted. Let's deal with the green dragons. Excellent. Kind of unnecessary to actually attack them, but... Well, these ones we actually have to treat with some respect. It should just be a matter of waiting, though. There we are. The power of waiting. Patience is powerful. And we get the Shield of the Dwarven Lords. While searching through the rubble of a caved-in mine, you free a group of trapped dwarves. Grateful, the leader gives you a finely crafted shield. Increases our defense by +2, but of course that's worse than the Buckler of the Gnoll King. Still we have it. Excellent. It's good to have these resources accumulating from now on. And it gave Henrietta something to do for a turn that was tangible towards our objectives. Ah, so tangible right now. Okay, well let's just make sure we line ourselves up on the coast quite nicely. Elishar will proceed with his mustering of the cattle. The scaly cattle. Excellent. And you will sail down this very luscious little river. Ah, look at that. There's a small beach area here. This side doesn't seem too relevant, but this could lead to somewhere. That being said, I'm not sure if I should send this guy down, or like actually have a real hero. So let's grab the Stormbirds, the Lizardmen. We'll grab the Water Wheel on the way. Of course, Wynonna here, who will correctly swap boots. Grabs the Crystal, the Bowstring Unicorn's Mane. Grab the Crystal Cavern. Now we want to do this carefully, because I've only got so much movement. Because like this would be too much, for example. We could probably grab this money. But this down here is too far. That's an extra day of waiting. I wish I'd remember where the yellow sea portal... Was it just to this area? Yeah, okay. So that's just for that whenever we feel like doing it. I fully suspect, by the way, she's getting stronger every time she runs over the warehouse of gems. It's a fight we could probably start thinking about taking soonish. Probably not yet, but soonish. We'll grab the gold and run. The gems. The corpse. Alright, that's enough gallivanting. Back in the boat you go. I think that was a decent turn. Certainly just claiming the resources, which is, you know, not nice, but it's okay. Alright, so let's have Oren grab the serpent flies here. We'll then head back into town, deposit them there. We might as well just upgrade them, actually. Well, we can actually just get a whole bunch more serpent flies. Like, what's going to be the most useful reinforcement? More lizard warriors, perhaps? Let's just get more serpent flies for now. We'll just start trekking them back down. Because, yeah, Henrietta's sort of just waiting for this boat to show up. As is Genoa, really. Now, Elishar perhaps will have extra Gorgons available by then. Could be an interesting concept. Conceptual Gorgons. Not a thought I had originally speculated I'd be having this day, but we're having it. We can make our way over to the teleporter, can't we? Like, you know, that's fine. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, more cattle references. So we've got dragons, dragons, dragons. This area looks like it's completely cut off from the rest using these bits of reef here, so this is what this area is. There are also some black dragons there. Are they the black dragons we need to kill for the quest? I notice there's a lot more of those Dagdaro things we need to do. No, okay, that's here. Which may be already cleared by Asharak here, and that quest card's just forever locked. That would kind of suck. To see her, I mean. I guess we'll find out. So, meanwhile, money! Dramikon can also rise from his slumber and gather the serpent flies and lizardmen. Or lizard man, because men cost money apparently. Grab the vial of mana. Why not? We need the mana. And we shall head up this way. Excellent. The voyage is continuing well. We should be able to rendezvous next turn, I think. Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. Okay. Which means this is probably a doomed voyage, this idea of reinforcing more troops. Yeah. I mean, it's another, like, 10 Gorgons. I suppose we can see how we go. Let's end turn. We do need to, of course, make our way down underground very soon. Alright, the Gorgons have been gathered. Yeah, he's not going to get back for a while. Okay, so that's just not going to happen. So let's have Wynonna make her way over. Excellent. Alright, Henrietta. You are properly booted. The first and foremost, let's grab that Bowstring Unicorn's mane. I think we can take that over the Charm of Eclipse. Bowstring of the Bow of the Sharpshooter is going to give you a lot of extra damage. That's a really big upgrade. Okay. So that means for now, you are good to go, Henrietta. Into the teleporter for you. Let's get Genoa out the way first, though. Let's make sure we don't mess that up somehow. There we go. Alright, so you can grab additional lizardmen, additional wyvern monarchs, additional... not the stormbirds. additional Gorgons. It's a nice, solid stack of Gorgons. Oh, yes. What a Gorgony experience that is. You can keep these Stormbirds. Orin is a bit far, frankly. So, too bad. You will not get to deliver this day, but we can now leave things in the ore pit, and that can be our place that we dump stuff. And then we can just have someone just quickly duck out backwards and forwards to the sea. So we could land here. This is one way to get around this garrison, and then just exist in this space. Although that basically is just where we were already. Like this isn't really doing anything. We could potentially gain access to Deadwood, but that's probably going to have to be through the Keymaster. More dragons. We could explore this area. He is a man who has scouting, after all. He's born for this job. Born to explore dangerous lands. Yeah, we're not off by much, frankly. But I don't want to dally any longer. We've already spent a few turns just reinforcing, so let's just carry on. So it's going to have to be this position, because this lets us get to this part of the caves from that teleporter. So you're probably the first target. Let's unlock this. Do we want to see what's in these things first? I'm kind of curious. We have to move to this square anyway, so we can do that first and then think about it. So Dramacon can grab the extra 8 lizardmen. Cuthbert can reach here. So, and he shall do so. Shaking hands. Handing over the goods. And then back to the nest for you. And you can head to town. At least we've got a decent army now, Winona. Like, obviously there's more that can be done, but that's a good start. We shall carry on with her. So, what's the plan for Winona? Actually, that's another way to get to the orange, one way. We don't need this. We don't need to do this one here. It's probably a convenience thing to have it. I'd need to double check where that goes, to be honest. But so far so good, I think. Like, we've got the bow of the sharpshooter. That's a significant boost to our power. So is this army ready to take on this woman? The biggest concern for me here is actually the millions of dragonflies. That's a lot of dragonflies. Like, if that's like 300, it's like, good luck keeping them off your troops, right? And this is a ranged army. We'd need tactics to deal with that, which we don't have. Now, the Gorgons will do a lot of good work. We also don't have resurrection. This is just a tricky thing to consider. We could potentially try to break through this garrison. We've probably got the troops to do that now. That could be useful. There's always that Legion of Power Lichers if we're really excited. Opportunities abound. Certainly they do. Could also upgrade our Acids, Stormbirds at some point for double price. But for now we'll just carry on in this direction, and we'll call it a video. When we come back next time, I'll have come up with a plan going forward. Oh yes. Plans. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time right here at KonfluxGames.